In this video, we're going to show you how to install the airbag impact sensor on your Cadillac Escalade located in the driver's side door. Using a 10mm socket and extension, we're going to loosen the nut on our negative terminal on the battery. We're going to disconnect this terminal from the battery. Now once this is disconnected, we're going to let this sit for about 20 minutes. That's going to slowly discharge our system, seeing how we're going to be working on the ABS impact sensor. We don't want to have any issues with that. Right behind the door pull here, there's going to be a little cup. We're going to use our pocket screwdriver and go into the back side. Just give it a little twist and pop this out. Go ahead and pop that little bucket out. Inside this pocket right here, we're going to use our pocket screwdriver. We're going to remove this trim right here. Up inside here, there's going to be a 7mm screw. Use our socket and extension. Go ahead and spin that out. Inside here, I'm going to remove these two screws. On the bottom side of the door panel, you can find two 7mm screws. Let's go ahead, loosen and remove those. Along the bottom of your door panel, you're going to feel a little opening as you run your fingers underneath here. You can try just using your fingertips and pull on that door panel outward towards you, or you can use a plastic trim tool to go ahead and do so. Once you get those plastic pins released, you work your way up around the perimeter on both sides. We're going to push our lock button down inside. Grab that door panel. I'm going to lift up, pushing up on the door panel, separating the window sweep area from the top of the door. Would you separate this here? We need to go to the inside behind the door panel and separate the electrical connectors. I'm going to press in on the little tabs, disconnect. Do the same thing down here. On the back side of this bulk connector here, there's a red lock tab. You want to lift this upward towards the wiring harness. Then lift up on this gray lock tab. It'll hinge upward, and we can disconnect that bulk harness here. We have our door handle release cable right here. On this white tab right on the top, we're going to press down on the top and pull it outward. Slide the cable out from the side, and then pull the cable and ball end out of the handle. Go ahead and set that door panel aside. And we have our water shield here. This is held on with an adhesive on the back side of it. We're going to use a razor blade in our particular case. You can do the same, just be super careful. You don't want to cut this or yourself. So what we're going to do is gently grab this here, pull it, and just cut that adhesive. This is reusable. So when you go to reinstall this here, you're just going to press it into place. You can peel this up. You can pull our door pull cable out of this here. just kind of tuck that up. Right here is the location for that sensor. I'm going to go ahead and use our 10mm socket, loosen that nut. Now at this point here, our battery has been disconnected long enough to discharge the electrical system. We can go ahead and move this out and just pull this whole unit out to the front. And right here on the front side of this connector is a red lock. You can use a pick or your finger. Push that up, press down on this tab, separate the sensor like so. I'm going to take your sensor here, feed it in, drop it down into position. Make sure that the sensor is sitting flush on the inside of the door panel. Go ahead and snug this down. We're going to reconnect our connector here. Don't forget to push that red lock tab back up into position once that's connected. With that installed, let's go ahead and reinstall the other components. Just going to remove my securing strap that I use to hold the water shield up and out of the way. Feed your door pull cable through. Just line this up and just press that back into place. Before reinstalling our door panel, I need to slide out our window guide here, or our felt. There are retainer tabs here running across the top. There's a total of 5 of them. We're just going to use our pocket screwdriver, and we want to pop these out of the door panel itself. When you remove the clips here, you want to make sure that you notice that the hook part of this is facing down. Now that we have these all removed, we need to install these on the door first. Now along the top of our door shell here, there's actually little openings here, a little bump out with a hole in the top. And there's 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where your clips come in. You have that little hook right here, and that actually inserts. Snap it down into place, and we're going to repeat this process for the other 4. The reason why we're doing this is that you cannot get the door panel installed and slide these clips into place because it's such a small area. So these have to get popped out, installed, and that way there when we install our door panel, you're going to set it down and push it in, and it'll lock into these tabs. All right, there's our last clip. Now that we have our clips installed, we can install our window sweep here, making sure that the felt side faces the glass. And there's a groove right here that is going to fit right over the top of the door sill. Press that in. With that installed, let's go ahead and hang our door panel. Let's go ahead and hang our components on the back side. You're going to put the cable with the ball end on the back side of the handle. You're going to pull on that cable. You can see it stretches there. Swing it around. And this will fit right in. You'll hear it click and lock into place. So this cable is all set. Install the bulkhead connector here. You're going to push that in. You're going to hear it and feel it snap in. Push down on the gray connector. snap it in. And then there's a red lock tab here. You're going to push that down. We have our connector right here. Connect that. And we can lift up on the door panel. You want to get your door lock rod here to come through the hole. So you're going to pull the bottom side of that door panel out. Press in on those locks, and then just work your way around the perimeter, locking in all those push buttons. Look around the perimeter of the door shell or the door panel. Make sure that it is flush all the way around. Once it's all flush, go ahead and reinstall your screws holding the door panel. Install the 2 screws inside the door pull area here. I'm going to thread those in as far as I can by hand, and then I'll come on back and snug those down. Install the upper screw behind the door release handle. Just push that right in and it snaps in. And then we have this here. The back side here has a little tab. We need to insert that down and in, and then just press down the front side. Install the ground terminal on the battery. And we go ahead and snug that down. Once that's connected, you want to go ahead and hop into the vehicle. If you happen to have any airbag codes or lights on the dash, go ahead and hook up that scan tool, clear those codes, and you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.